There's going to be a lot of people who really don't like me after I make this video. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. It's been a really long time since I've been uploading, but I feel like I have a warranted cause to finally make a video sort of like this one for you guys. I guess I'm more or less just giving my thoughts on some of the recent things, and if you know me well enough, you would know that I generally, if you've been subscribed for the channel a long time, sometimes you hear from me a lot and sometimes it'll just be months without. I really do go a long time without uploading, and if you can catch on to patterns, usually I upload a lot when new waves will come out, when new LEGO Star Wars sets come out. Generally, based on how much I like the wave, I'll buy the sets, do videos, get back into it, but kind of in those weird off periods, I'm generally fairly silent, and that's how it's been these last few months. Now this time is different though, because I feel like there's a whole slew of other things going on. It's not really the set wave that's getting me back into making videos, to be honest with you, this time. While I do like some of the sets coming out, I thought today I would discuss kind of where I'm at with the whole more or less semantics of the LEGO politics. What's going on right now? A lot of people are up in arms over it, and generally I could care less. I mean, it's really not an issue that affects me, of course. We're talking about the UCS Gunship, the whole thing that went down with that. Look, people are always going to be upset about certain products LEGO puts out. People are always going to be upset about what LEGO includes in those products, and maybe some of the things that LEGO has more or less missed. Not going to argue that, and I'm not going to argue that you can't be upset about those things. But there's just something in what has gone on that has just really pushed me to the edge, to the point where I really have been wrestling with how much I really want to be involved with LEGO recently. And I'm not gonna lie to you, what's gone on recently has kind of more or less really changed the outlook of what my channel might be looking at in the future. So here's the issue. If you remember a couple years back, about 2019, LEGO holds a fan vote on for what fans want the next UCS set to be. And of course, the options were the Nebulon B frigate, TIE bomber, and the UCS Republic gunship. The UCS Republic gunship wins, surprisingly, because there hasn't been a prequel era or prequel themed like UCS set in quite a long time. It's been like 10 years, I think, since like 2011 with the Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter or whatever. Anyways, people are happy. We're getting a UCS gunship. Obviously, no one really expected it to be play scale. No one really expected it to be like one of the ones you'd see behind me, the more classic thing you get with minifigures and stuff like that. But it's interesting to me how that still turned into quite a bit of an issue, because as the deadline is coming and coming and coming, we know their development on the gunship is going more and more. What's interesting to me is they actually left a question on which set people voted for, of what they wanted the minifigures to be. And of course, if you are not really new to LEGO, if you've kind of been in the community, you would know that all the UCS sets usually come with a minifigure or two. This set was obviously going to be no exception, so they wanted to make sure that while fans were voting on the set they wanted, they would also get the minifigures they wanted too, so they left that question there as well. Well, when the rumors finally broke about what the set would be like, and that the minifigures were less than spectacular, or a little bit of a diss to LEGO fans, to LEGO Star Wars fans in particular, a lot of people would tell you, people were very not happy. They were really not happy about it. A lot of people were really upset. A lot of people were very a lot of people's fears about how the LEGO company has been handling things had been confirmed, on just them skimping out on a lot of things that a lot of fans kind of expect at this point. Their whole motto, only the best is good enough. You'll hear that over and over again on some more prominent YouTubers' channels. A lot of people really felt like their fears had been realized when LEGO included A, the wrong minifigures, and B, the bigger part, and why I'm talking to you today, is that LEGO really has shown they don't really care about their fans. And hey, you know what? That's all right. I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with the fact that a company doesn't care about you. The owner, the producer of this phone that I am filming this on right now, does not care about me, okay? The platform you are watching this video on right now does not care about you. And quite frankly, the LEGO company never really has cared about you personally either. They just want your money and you want their product. That's just how things work. The issue is that in a capitalist society, you get the choice to choose, do I want to support these people who really don't care about me? Generally, they're gonna have to treat you nice for you to buy from them. LEGO clearly doesn't care about that anymore, and they've shown their true colors. The issue to me is the hypocrisy. I've just really noticed this trend of LEGO becoming more and more and more involved with real life politics recently, all the while the politics and the semantics of what's going on in their community has been less than pleasing. It's hypocritical in this. You would think that someone that cares so much about bettering the world and pushing whatever this agenda they want, this woke sort of culture that they're feeding into, you would think that they'd at least have a fan base that would be less than toxic, or that there'd be a community where LEGO can at least treat their customers right to set an example for the people they're trying to reach out to through their other political messages. And that's definitely not the case. The wokeness of LEGO, while I've just kind of ignored it, and while I might not necessarily agree with that, and I've bought their product the last several years anyways, the whole UCS Gunship thing has really pushed me into a corner where I really have to consider if I truly want to support this company, knowing that I can no longer just go to the store, buy a set, ignore everything else that's going on, without really thinking in the back of my mind what LEGO has said to their customers and what LEGO has done for their fans while I'm buying this set. I have to think about that now as I go get this set. So on one level, to be honest with you, I'm really not that upset about the Republic Gunship. I get your cause is warranted. When this is your whole thing, when this is, you're building your channel off of these type of sets, when this is like your whole community and a lot of your life just revolves around this sort of thing, I understand you being really, really upset about what LEGO might be getting wrong here. For me, it really doesn't affect me. I'm going to be honest with you. I know LEGO has been skimping out on giving us like a Commander Cody. That's what everyone wanted in the UCS Gunship, and they didn't do that at all. I understand being upset about that, but for me personally, I don't really care that much because I'm not super invested into the set to begin with. I just kind of buy what sets I think are cool and I do videos on them. In the general sense, I'm just able to ignore all of the other weird semantics of the debates and the arguments and the things that really don't have a feature on this channel because I just don't care about it. I really can't ignore that at this point though, because it's really started last summer when people just were up in arms about things such as the minifigures included in the summer 2020 sets. They used the wrong print. Whatever. I get that cause is just. I get complaining about that as a legitimate thing. It personally has never affected me. I've just ignored it. LEGO has seemed to ignore it. They've never really made comments on it. You can tell whatever it is that the fans on YouTube, and it's really the debate, the toxic sort of community of people getting mad that fans can like expect certain things from LEGO. It's really come to the point to me now where you just can't avoid it because LEGO themselves are talking about it in their interviews. They're talking about it in everything when they release sets, and they just can't seem to get anything right. I mean, a major release like this, they don't include at LegoCon. In the comments they make about their fans, they say essentially that we include the wrong minifigures with the set. One, because you shouldn't really care about the minifigures when you buy a LEGO set, and two, because people are really too stupid to figure out what clone is what anyways, and they're just gonna see something with yellow and call it good anyways. That's where it really bothers me, and that's where I really have to consider if I really just kind of want to step away a little bit from maybe some of the toxicity going on, because like I don't really like uploading videos knowing that people are gonna get mad because you disagree, or having to go watch videos where half the video is just people getting mad and disagreeing. Honestly, while I care about what LEGO does with their sets and I disagree about what they've put into it, it's really the comments that pushes me to the point where right now, to be honest with you, where I'm sitting with this channel is that I'm gonna have to, honestly, I'm gonna give it a shot right now. I'm gonna really see like what this summer wave looks like for me. I'm gonna review the sets. I'm gonna try to get back into it before I go back to school. It's been a long time since I've just uploaded regularly. Usually when waves come out, I get excited for the wave and I upload videos because of that, but now I'm uploading videos to just kind of play the waters, not really stir the pot, but just to put my foot in the water of the current issue with LEGO and just stay involved and see what goes on. Now, I'm really standing on the edge of a cliff here right now. I'm really standing at the point where I could very easily be just kind of done with YouTube. I don't think I'll ever fully be done with LEGO, say. I mean, I think I'm always gonna want to go buy a cool looking set or buy something I like. The issue is I just can't surround myself with the wokeness and the toxicity of everything that's just going on. It's just really bothersome to me, and it just discourages me from making videos, honestly. And I really just feel like at this point, I really can't say what I feel like. I really can't say my opinion over what the whole issue is without people getting mad at me. There's gonna be people in the comments on this video who are like, dude, you care too much, just buy the thing, do your video. You can't do that when commenters like you exist and when commenters like you won't let me give my fair opinion. I can't just buy the set and do my thing when that thing to you is the wrong thing, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't really know where I'm at with that right now. I'm gonna try to get back into being fairly consistent with the schedule and just being able to get my videos up, do some videos on the upcoming summer 2021 wave. And I'll probably even do some other things that this channel is kind of built on, maybe some collection videos, maybe a mock series coming up here too. Really depends on how motivated I am, but the motivation has just really been killed by the treatment of what Lego just, like, why is this an issue, guys? Why do we care so much? Like, I get caring about the minifigures, but why do you care that people care about the minifigures? Like, why do you care that people are upset about it? Give people the right to be upset about it. In fact, it's you the one making it the issue. If you are mad at people because Lego got something wrong, you're part of the problem. You're only fueling their anger. I think you just need to let people have their opinion. You need to let people speak their mind. You need to let people be able to call Lego out when they clearly are not doing something right. You paid $350 for this set. I think it's okay and reasonable to expect that it's done right or done in a way that you have asked them to do it because they made the set for you. And that's just another thing to me. It's almost as if they're blackmailing fans into it. I screenshotted a quote from Lego when they pretty much just said, like, hey, look, you guys wanted us to make this. It doesn't matter how bad it is. You're gonna buy it if you want us to keep making stuff like this. And that's a terrible business model. It's like saying that, look, this iPhone really stinks, but if you want us to keep making iPhones, you should buy it anyways. It's almost like putting yourself in the position of, oh, see, you didn't really want this. You know, that's what Lego's doing to you right now. They're saying if you don't buy this, it's not because they did something wrong, it's because you did something wrong. It's because you expected something wrong. They're pushing the blame onto other people. It's entirely hypocritical. Everything about the Lego group and how they're handling everything right now is entirely hypocritical. They put out this set for LGBTQ community, preaching equality and preaching that everybody is accepted. The name of the set is Everyone is Awesome, but yet not everyone is awesome in their own community to them, and fans to them who disagree are just less than. It's almost as if you should take that set and write a nice little exception, everybody's awesome except for those who disagree with what we do with our product. And that's just the thing to me. It's the silencing of it all. There's a quote that really stuck out to me from M&R Productions when he was like, Lego is 3 to 5 years away from canceling the Slave One altogether just for the association of its name. I remember him saying that in a past video. And that to me, it really does speak the direction of where we're going. And if I can't go to the store and buy a set without hearing the words, without thinking about what's been done, the controversy over a plastic thing that adults can buy and that kids can buy, and it's just meant to be fun. If I can't avoid the politics of it all, and not like the real world politics, but the politics of the community, if I can't avoid all of that just by going to buy a Lego set that I enjoy that maybe you don't enjoy, and that's totally fine, then I just won't be buying them. There's just no other option for me. I just can't keep buying something that causes anger and causes, like, this is supposed to be relaxing for me. This is supposed to be kind of my getaway from things in life and kind of my, you know, the place where I go to draw myself away from the rest of maybe some of the more troubling issues of other hobbies, of real politics that I'm into. Like, not this, right? This is not where I want those other things from the outside world to come back into. And to be honest with you, that's a little bit of the reason why I haven't uploaded the last 4 months. Also partly and mostly just because the sets that out right now aren't that interesting to me personally, and they're just gonna have to make some more sets that I would personally be interested in for me to be uploading at the rate that I used to. But yeah, that's kind of where I sit. I'm not done buying Lego, but I sit on this cliff, on the edge of this cliff, where I really have to consider what I'm going to do. And I think the first thing to go is going to be my channel, okay? I think if it really comes to the point where I just can't deal with this stuff, it's gonna have to be the channel to go first. And I don't really see that happening unless this continues or there's some sort of drastic change. But that's what I'm gonna have to disconnect myself with first. Now, if the sets are just terribly boring to me the next several years, then yeah, I'll probably just stop buying them altogether until there's something that comes along that's interesting to me. But I don't want you guys to necessarily worry right now. Not that there's a whole lot of people who sit there waiting for my videos, although some of you do. I'm gonna upload and I'm gonna be active for as long as I can, as long as there are things out there that are interesting to me, that don't cause problems or controversy or make that the focus of what I have to be talking about in a video just like this one. So this is a little bit of a different video, kind of a weird reintroduction into the community. So I get that you might not agree with me. I get that you think it's an unwarranted, uncaused, like, why are you upset about them? Just buy their product and ignore everything else. I just can't do that here with how many people I have to interact with how many people comment, with how often I have to upload. I really have to stay on top of things, and that just involves me not being able to ignore all the other semantics and politics. So hopefully that's understandable for you. I'll be trying to get out some videos while hopefully the whole thing just kind of fades away in the coming weeks, in the coming months here, and we'll just see how it all plays out. If there's just those little things that keep getting to me, I'm just gonna have to keep backing off of this channel more and more. Maybe I'll keep buying the sets, just maybe not making videos on them. That's just where I'm at right now. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna make more than just reviews. I'm gonna do some fun things with my collection, or with some building, or some locks, or something like that. But right now, that's just kind of where I sit, and hopefully that's understandable to you guys. And you'll probably be able to tell how I feel just based on the amount that I'm uploading. So thank you all for viewing. This was a lot longer of a video, probably a lot drier of a video, just me talking, but hopefully it's understandable to you guys. Hopefully you see where I'm coming from. I'd just love to hear what you think on it too. Like, this is more of a serious video. This isn't meant to be dramatic. It's not meant to be like clickbaity in any way. I just want to legitimately tell you guys how I'm feeling. So I'm really curious to hear how you are feeling too on everything. Is that something that you're just ignoring, or is it something that actually affects how you are buying sets and how you're involved with the community? So thank you all for viewing. I would just like to welcome you to go ahead and subscribe and turn that notification bell on, because I'm planning on uploading very shortly here and getting back into the swing of things. Thank you all for viewing. Stay tuned, and as always, guys, have a great day.